What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews, exclusively here as always on the Casa D18 Studios channel. I, of course, am your host, the Renegade JJ Williams, and today we jump forward 2 years in the timeline of the MCU, and we're going to discuss 2013's Thor: The Dark World, starring Chris Hemsworth, Natalie Portman, Tom Hiddleston, Anthony Hopkins, Idris Elba, Stellan Skarsgård, Christopher Eccleston, Kat Dennings, Zachary Levi, Jamie Alexander, Rene Russo, and Benicio del Toro. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me here once again for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews. And like I said during the introduction, today we're going to jump forward about 2 years in the MCU timeline and discuss Thor: The Dark World. Let's get right into it here, shall we? Now, our film opens eons ago as Bor, the father of Odin, clashes with the dark elf Malekith, who seeks to unleash a weapon known as the Aether on the Nine Realms. After conquering Malekith's forces, which include enhanced warriors called the Cursed, on their home world of Svartalfheim, Bor safeguards the Aether within a stone column. However, unknown to Bor, Malekith and a handful of dark elves escape into suspended animation. Meanwhile, in present-day Asgard, Loki stands imprisoned for his war crimes on Earth, while Thor, Fandral, Volstagg, and Hogun, along with Sif, repel marauders on Vanaheim, the home world of Hogun. This is the final battle in a war to pacify the Nine Realms following the reconstruction of the Bifrost, the Rainbow Bridge between realms, which had been destroyed 2 years earlier. The Asgardians soon learned that the convergence, which is a rare alignment of the Nine Realms, is imminent, and as the event approaches, portals that link the worlds begin appearing at random. Back in London, England, astrophysicist Dr. Jane Foster and her intern Darcy Lewis traveled to an abandoned factory where such portals have appeared, thereby disrupting the laws of physics around them. Jane separates from the group and is teleported to another world, where she ends up absorbing the Aether. Heimdall alerts Thor that Jane has moved beyond his all-seeing vision, which leads Thor to Earth. When Thor finds Jane, she inadvertently releases an unearthly force, and Thor returns with her to Asgard. Odin, recognizing the Aether, warns Thor that the Aether will not only kill Jane, but that its return to Asgard heralds a catastrophic prophecy. Malekith is awakened by the Aether's release and turns Algrim into a Cursed, and they attack Asgard. During the battle, Malekith and Algrim search for Foster, sensing that she contains the Aether. Thor's mother, Frigga, is killed protecting Jane, and Malekith and Algrim are forced to flee without Foster. Despite Odin's orders not to leave Asgard, Thor reluctantly enlists the help of Loki, who knows of a secret portal to Svartalfheim, where they plan to use Foster to lure and confront Malekith away from Asgard. In return, Thor promises Loki vengeance on Malekith for killing their mother. With Volstagg and Sif stalling Asgardian soldiers and Fandral assisting in their escape, Thor, Loki, and Foster head to Svartalfheim, and once there, Loki tricks Malekith into drawing the Aether out of Foster, but Thor's attempt to destroy the exposed substance fails. Malekith is able to merge with the Aether and leaves in his ship as Loki is fatally wounded while killing Algrim. Thor cradles Loki in his arms and promises to tell their father of his sacrifice. Afterwards, Thor and Jane discover another portal in a nearby cave and reunite in London with Darcy Lewis and Jane's mentor, Dr. Eric Selvig, who had been briefly institutionalized due to the mental trauma that he had suffered during Loki's attack on Earth in the Battle of New York. The group learns that Malekith plans to restore the Dark Elves to their dominance by unleashing the Aether at the center of the convergence in Greenwich. Thor battles with Malekith through various portals and across multiple worlds until one such portal separates them, which leaves Malekith unopposed on Earth. Luckily, Thor returns just in time to help his mortal comrades use their scientific equipment to transport Malekith back to Svartalfheim, where he is crushed by his own damaged ship. Thor then returns to Asgard, where he declines Odin's offer to ascend to the throne, and he tells Odin of Loki's sacrifice, just as he had promised. As Thor leaves, Odin's form transforms into Loki, who is alive and impersonating Odin. In our mid-credits scene, Volstagg and Sif pay a visit to Tannelir Tivan, better known as the Collector, and entrust the Aether into his care, commenting on the fact that it's unwise to have two Infinity Stones so close together, as the Tesseract is already on Asgard. As they leave, the Collector states his desire to acquire the other 5 Infinity Stones. And our film comes to its close with our post-credits scene as Thor and Jane reunite on Earth, while somewhere in London, a frost monster from Jotunheim that was accidentally transported to Earth during the final battle continues to run amok. Unfortunately, Thor 2 is another one in the greater MCU that gets a lot of crap, along with Iron Man 2 and Iron Man 3. You know, Phase 2 of the MCU kind of got off to a rocky start if you think about it. Because Iron Man 3, you had all the animosity about the fake Mandarin and the twist there. And then Thor the Dark World, for whatever reason, people just crapped on it. It wouldn't be until tomorrow's film, Captain America the Winter Soldier, where Phase 2 really started to gain momentum and build some steam. But in the grand scheme of things, I don't think Thor 2 is a bad film. Do I like it as much as the original Thor? No. But I still do enjoy it. I don't really get all the animosity and the hatred towards it, but maybe that's just me. I do like the fact that they kind of made Loki a bit of a tweener in this one. You know, we come back and he's imprisoned from his crimes on Earth and the Battle of New York and everything. And then he fights alongside Thor, you know, to defeat Malekith and the Dark Elves. But then by the movie's end, we find that the trickster is back to his old ways and he's impersonating Odin. So, you know, they kind of got him walking this tweener line, not quite being a good guy, not quite being a bad guy. And I honestly think that works best for Loki because I think in his heart, he feels that he does have good intentions. He just has the wrong motives for his intentions. When it comes to my rating for Thor the Dark World, I'm going to give it 3 out of 5. I think that's a fair rating for it. Like I said, I don't enjoy it as much as I enjoy the original Thor, but I still feel it's a solid movie, a lot better than people give it credit for. What do you guys think? If you're watching the premiere, leave your thoughts and comments over here. If you're watching on demand, leave your thoughts and comments down here. But whatever you do when you hit social media, let's get those hashtags trending. Hashtag Casa D18 Studios, hashtag Renegades Reviews, hashtag Renegade Returns, and of course, the ever popular hashtag Shenanigans. We interrupt this episode of Renegades Reviews for an important announcement about
merchandising.
Merchandising? What's that?
Merchandising. Come, I'll show you. Merchandising, where the real money's made.
Make sure you go over to teespring.com/stores/Jeff Meacham Network for all the t-shirts you see here from the West Coast professor, Jeff Meacham himself. You can get shirts for the Jeff Meacham Network, Talk Wrestling, as well as the red and gold Meachamania shirts. And while you're there, don't forget to get your shirts of the Casa D18 Studios Brotherhood, the Dads on Wrestling shirt, the Renegade JJ Williams, Statboy Sports Bar, and the hashtag StatBoyApproved shirt. Make sure you go over to teespring.com/stores/Jeff Meacham Network and score your shirts today. Make sure you guys get out there. Do what that commercial just told you. Go to teespring.com/stores/Jeff Meacham Network for all the official merchandise of the Casa D18 Studios Brotherhood. Get your Renegade JJ Williams shirt, Dad's Not Always on Wrestling, Statboy Sports Bar, hashtag StatBoyApproved, hashtag Shenanigans. Get your official t-shirts for the Jeff Meacham Network, 3 different designs of the Jeff Meacham Network logo for you to choose from, along with Talk Wrestling, Meachamania, and so much more. Hey, it's summertime, triple digits out here where I am in the Inland Empire of Southern California. I don't know about where you guys are. When I think of summer, it's barbecues, pool parties, and beach bonfires. Perfect accessory for any of those events on the teespring.com/stores/Jeff Meacham Network store. Tank top. You can choose from the Renegade JJ Williams or Meachamania. Like I said, either way you go, it's the perfect accessory for those summer days and those hotter summer nights. Get out there, show your love and support. While you're showing your love and support, do what that ticker tells you to do. Do you enjoy my content? Do you enjoy my daily videos? Are you appreciative of the fact that I'm out here in triple-digit heat in my garage studio bringing you daily videos and content? If you are, go to the PayPal link that scrolls across the bottom of the screen there. Send a little donation my way. Doesn't have to be a lot, but just keep in mind, guys, I'm not monetized. So the only way I'm going to make any money until I get enough viewership hours up to be monetized is if you out there go to that PayPal link and send me a couple bucks. Don't want to send money? That's fine. Go to the Linktree link, click on the link for my Amazon movie wish list. Constantly updating it. Go there, find a movie, order it. When it comes and I open it up on Renegade Recap, I'll give you guys a shout out. And then when I factor it into my theme months and I can actually sit down, watch it, and review it, give you guys another shout out. And I'll show you guys all the same amount of love that you guys show to me. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow, right back here on the Casa D18 Studios channel for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews as we stick around the same time period of Thor the Dark World, but we're back on Earth and we're going to discuss 2014's Captain America, the Winter Soldier, starring Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson, Sebastian Stan, Anthony Mackie, Kobe Smulders, Frank Grillo, Emily Van Camp, Haley Atwell, Robert Redford, and Samuel L. Jackson. You're not going to want to miss out on what a lot of Marvel fans feel was one of the best films in the MCU, at least until we got up to the Infinity Saga of Infinity War and Endgame. But definitely one of the best films of Phase 2, possibly even early Phase 3. Get ready for it. It's an action-packed spy thriller. I think you guys are going to be eager to chat about it with me in the comment box. To all my loyal fans out there, tune in, watch the premiere, leaving your comments over here. Thank you very much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you guys. To all my loyal fans and viewers out there, tune in a little bit later in the day, watching on demand, leaving your thoughts and comments down here. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate each and every one of my loyal fans who tune in for me on a regular basis. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.